Chickadee check, 97 seconds. Bays Boys Podcast. Joe Skelly, how you doing today?
Amazing.
Amazing. Good. That's what we like to hear.
I'm feeling good in my heart today.
Good in your heart. What does that mean for us today, Joe Skelly?
What that means is for all of our podcast listeners, gold.
Gold?
Gold.
Are you giving away gold today?
I'm giving away gold.
All right. Tell me about this gold.
New business idea, a new opportunity for some young entrepreneurs out there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know they're going to want to take that.
This is going to be amazing. This is an idea that cannot be missed.
Throw it to them, Joe Skelly.
So you know how the new craze is artisanal products?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Handmade, artisanal. That's
Okay.
like the buzzword, right?
I feel it.
All right, so here's today's gold. It's a restaurant. You start a restaurant, and the premise of the restaurant is stuff your own sausage.
Oh. No. I already see this going sideways.
It's not going to go sideways.
So what kind of, is this one of those show up in sneakers and
You show
throwaway
up.
pants because you're going to need it?
No,
Or-
you show up,
Okay.
and you're paying for the experience
Okay.
of stuffing your own sausage.
And there's a lot of stuffing of sausage going on for free at home, but
Stuff your own sausage, and then you get to eat the sausage you made.
So do you tell people like don't wear rings, don't wear jewelry?
Yeah,
Do they
there
get
might
to
be.
grind the meat too?
No, it's everything's already pre-ground.
Oh.
So all you have to do is pick your stuffing.
So you literally are just stuffing sausage sleeves.
Yes.
Hmm.
You could pick your casing,
Hmm.
and then you could stuff it.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Oh my God, this is brilliant.
The world. I feel like the world's gonna revolve back to this,
Listen, you're paying for the experience, right?
right?
You come in, you have the experience of picking whatever stuffing you want.
Okay.
You stuff your sausage, we cook it for you,
Oh my.
and then you get to eat it.
Yeah. That's
And you could stuff the sausage with whatever you want.
So the hibachi of sausage is what we're talking about. Some dude throws a wiener to you, tries to make it in your mouth.
No, none
Like
of that. None of that.
No?
None of
No.
that.
Okay, I was
Listen.
wrong.
It's all cooked on a grill, by the way.
Oh, it is cooked on a grill, though. That's
so you
good.
get the sweet grill marks on them.
Okay.
Right.
So it looks profesh.
So it looks right?
Professional.
You could have it on a plate. You could have it on a bun. You could have it
Professional
on a
sausage.
Kaiser roll. You could have it on a baguette.
Right.
But the
like
beauty of this is you can have whatever you want to have in your sausage.
Like cinnamon rolls?
Dude, if you want a cinnamon roll sausage, I don't give a
cinnamon
fuck.
roll sausage.
You want a tilapia sausage?
Oh,
I don't give a
my. That
fuck.
doesn't. Well, does that hold together? Is there such thing as fish sausage? I'm sure there is.
You
I got to put a bunch of stabilizers in there, though, so that shit stays together and doesn't just fall out of the sausage. Oh,
Dude, you
white
want,
fish stuffed sausage.
you want a fucking gummy bear sausage? I don't give a fuck.
Oh, no.
Look, all I'm doing is providing vats of stuffing.
Oh, I imagine it's going to look like that video of that hot dog being made that I watched earlier. Oh,
This is gold.
I'm having trouble today.
This is gold. I don't give a fuck what you want in the sausage.
Joe Skelly's making it rough.
We're going to provide the stuffing.
This is going to be...
You want a
and-
gummy bear sausage? Make that motherfucker.
So you go up to the dessert sausage bar, and it's got like, it's like that movie Hot Shot, where Charlie Sheen's dipping his hands in caramel and fucking gummies. So you can make a plate of this and put it in a sausage.
Whatever you want.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
This is like the Mongolian barbecue of sausage.
Tom Green's going to be our first big, famous customer.
No, it's
He
some
loves
young listen,
sausage.
this is artisanal sausage. You're not going to get
Artisanal
this anywhere else. You're
They're
paying
going
for
to
the
use long,
experience.
long pepper, right?
Yeah, long pepper.
Long pepper only. No short pepper.
No short
No short peppers, motherfuckers.
This is fucking gold. I'm telling you.
Oh, my.
I've got all the vats.
All of them.
All of them. I mean,
Do you
name
just
something.
show up? Wait, do you just squid?
I got it.
Okay, do you just show up and everything's in 50-gallon blue drums? Do you scoop shit out like out of nut shop?
Yes.
Oh,
Or maybe we'll
this could
downsize
work.
it a little bit. This I'm telling you.
this could work. And then every night, the employees, instead of dropping the bane like they do at Subway, they got to come out with like what do you call those things? Dollies, and pull all the 50-gallon bats into the
cooler. Yeah.
Ooh, we're gonna have a bigger walking cooler than PETA does at their main headquarters. Just kidding, PETA. We know you got dead animals in there, but anyways, so it's not so bad.
Dude.
Is this more like a fondue restaurant?
No, you show up,
Okay.
you get the Tyvek suit,
The what?
like the suit that you put over your clothes, right? Because we can't have you contaminating the vats.
Right. How do we stop people from sneezing on all our food?
They got to wear spit masks.
So we're back to the mask thing.
Yeah. Dude, you got to keep it sanitary.
Shit.
You got to keep it sanitary.
Shit. What if they just come up to a line and like instead of it being buffet style where you pick it out, they come up to a cafeteria line and ask for it?
Well, then they're not paying for the experience of making it themselves.
Well, yeah.
That's the whole point.
Well, they would. Our distribution line would just be cafeteria run.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the point? I want this and this and this in my sausage.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody wants that. They want to be.
That's true.
They want ownership.
Even the Mongolian barbecue, you can pick your own shit out.
Yeah, and then you walk up to the grill and they slap it on the grill, right? And then they chop it up with the swords and whatnot.
Yep. I love those places.
Right.
Not up here, but yeah, in the past. I went to one up here downtown and it was not so good. It reminded me of like a Tony Roma's version of it, and it was not good.
Tony Roma's version of Mongolian barbecue?
Yeah, their vegetables look like they came like right out of Giant Eagle, and it just...
Or came from Cisco?
Yeah. Vaughn's. They were like, this is from Food for Less. Just wipe the green stuff off. I don't have time for that.
Came from a Piggly Wiggly?
It'd be like going somewhere. It'd be like going to a restaurant that calls itself Mexican food and it's a Chipotle. You know? Like, hey, we made it. Have you ever thought about the fact that Chipotle is just dirty rice? That's what we call it as Asian-y people.
That's like, what Chipotle is?
My family calls it dirty rice. It's just rice mixed with a bunch of shit.
Yeah, all right. I guess that's kind of like dirty rice.
Right.
Right.
It's like a quick... it's actually supposed to be like a quick meal, but, they spruced it up and made it fancy and gave it steak, which, by the way, they cook all that shit in Tabasco, which is a garbage hot sauce. I learned that from a Mexicano friend.
Oh, you said Tabasco's garbage?
Yeah. He was like, dude, what's wrong with Tabasco? He's like, why do you drink that shit? And I was like, I don't know, because it exists, and I've always had it. He's like, no, sriracha on everything.
Mexicans don't use sriracha.
That's what this kid loved?
They use Cholula.
I don't ask questions. It's not for me.
Was he real Mexican?
Oh yeah. Like his dad sent him back over the border to learn what it was like to be poor for a while type Mexican.
Oh.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess it's pretty authentic.
He didn't have the work ethic though, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be mean. I just, his dad had a business. He wasn't quite up to par in running a business. Hey, this is what it is.
So his dad's like, you don't appreciate?
Oh yeah. This kid was mega traumatized by it. Yeah. We got all kinds of stories about that, but.
So again, this gold I just gave away.
Yes.
Like some young entrepreneur out there should start this business.
Yes. Packing your own sausage. Joe Skelly's Sausage Turner.
This is
Joe Skelly's Barn.
No, you can call it whatever
Joe Skelly's Sausage Barn. This is getting better by the minute. Joe Skelly's Hot Links.
Look, you can call it whatever you want. I don't care.
Joe Skelly's Wiener Schnitzel.
The Wiener Schnitzel is not sausage.
No, but this one could be.
You could put Wiener Schnitzel in a sausage if you want.
What exactty is Wiener Schnitzel? I thought that
it's like pounded out. It's not chicken. It's pounded out like calf meat, baby cow.
Oh no, I was way off. What the fuck?
Yeah, they flatten it out and bread
I thought this had something to do with just sausage from Germany. I was way off.
Sausage is bratwurst.
Yeah,
and
I know.
knockwurst.
I
and
know.
liverwurst.
Dude, it's another one of those things where my brain needed a logical place to fit it. And now here we are.
Yeah.
I didn't eat that place. Like once or twice when I was a kid, but
what's that?
Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel. I can't even say it now. Wiener Schnitzels.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Viennas. I wanted all the Viennas in my mouth.
Jesus.
Wait a minute. That's the wrong podcast.
That's low-hanging fruit.
Uh-oh. But you don't... No. Wait a minute. Isn't that what that place was called? It was the hot dog place, right? We had them on the West Coast.
We didn't have them.
Oh, that's... Well, I mean, I don't know. Is that what the fuck it was called? Now I'm confused. I'm going to have to Google all this.
You're going to have to Google this later.
I just remember they had these stupid buildings that were really small because apparently you don't need a lot to make hot dogs.
Okay.
And they were like pointed roofs and it would say like wiener something on the outside or...
I don't know. I can't help you with
losing
that.
my mind. I'm not even... Let's just move on.
So some of you West Coast people, why don't you email us?
Yeah.
And help Tyler
all you
out.
Californians.
Help Tyler out because he can't remember.
You progressive
Tyler,
wiener
I don't
eaters.
know.
Tyler, I don't fucking know, motherfucker. Really, I have no clue what we're talking about ever. Most of the time, I'm just drunk.
Look, I handed out the gold. Now it's time to move on.
Oh, no more.
You can pick it up and do what you want with it.
Daddy Elon, if you want to sponsor the Wiener Schnitzel.
No.
Nope, sorry.
The stuff your own sausage.
Stuff your own sausage. Joe Skelly's Sausage Barn. I'm telling you, that's rustic right there. That's rustic. That reeks of class. We only valet park for free. That's where you get them.
Free valet.
Free valet.
Free valet. So for all those people that have hard time walking, and
these boots were not made for walking,
and they get out in their little walkers.
Yes. Wait a minute. Are we expecting a big flux of older people to stuff their own sausage? The old dude from like the 60s is like, I thought this was going to be an orgy place.
What?
Joe Skelly Sausage Barn.
Those would be great commercials.
Okay. But seriously, you have to sign a waiver. So when you come in, when you don't like the sausage, people just throw it at other people.
No.
You get hit in the side of the head with a fucking wiener.
No, there's no sausage fights.
Damn it.
You do have to sign a waiver that says that if you get botulism, you can't.
Oh no,
you can't sue.
We're gonna hang it from the ceiling like Tom Green.
I mean, how long can you keep a vat of tilapia or shrimp around?
Ugh.
Or squid, as
we're
you so eloquently
throwing away a
put
lot of food. Well, if we only pull out enough to make like 4 sausages of each, and only ever pull that out, we might be okay. Do you have that one thing that nobody goes near ever? What would it be? Sauerkraut? No, people would love that.
People love sauerkraut.
Yeah, no. What would it be? Something that oatmeal,
liver,
liver,
sausage.
Oatmeal
Who wants
sausage.
an oatmeal sausage?
Vegans, vegan friendly. We're grass fed oatmeal over here, boy. Wow, this will work. The success rate.
There's a fortune to be made.
Listen, the style of meth girls is back. I see more bitches running around looking like meth heads. They look like they were extras in that fucking show. What was the show about meth? Heisenberg?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
No, I don't.
Like 7-9 seasons of it.
I don't know.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
They look like they were extras from Breaking Bad for the meth house. That style is in. The pants are too big. The flannel's too big. They didn't really do their hair. It looks like shit. They just
see a lot of this now?
Yes. It's scary. It's scary as fuck. I'm like, listen, I don't want to pay you child support the rest of my life, ho. We don't have no time for that. That's worst case. Or that's best worst case.
Best worst case.
Best worst case.
All right.
Worst case is they live the extra meth head life in real life.
No.
I mean, bro, I'm telling you, these girls are making it look like they want to look 30 years old. They want to look like a real 30, hard 40. And they're like 22.
Oh, God.
It's scary.
That's not a good look.
Well, me and Parks were out the other day and we saw a bunch of them.
That ain't a good look.
We were looking for inspiration, passing out our stickers, soliciting our podcast, Bays Boys Podcast. It's the best.
Don't they know the name of the podcast if they're listening right now?
I don't know. Well, I always imagine like there's always that show where they explain the entire fucking show in like a 30-second quip every episode. If you're just now tuning in, they do it on YouTube all the time. If you're just now tuning in, my show is about socks, where we wear every kind of sock there is. Like that's...
Is there a lot of socks shows
I have no fucking clue.
on YouTube?
I don't know, but my grandpa's suit exists, so you know it exists.
Oh, yeah.
You know that kid, right?
Yeah.
Dude tested $1.99 water and got like 900,000 hits.
Jesus.
Fucking A. We're in the wrong business.
We were born too late.
I wasn't. I was just focused on pussy. I'm,
All right, fair enough.
If I was smart and I could program, I would have. Everybody in school knew that Hot or Not website was going to be a thing. Well, we should be able to date like this, Hot or Not. Yeah, it's called swipe left and swipe right. You knew that was coming. Like, come on, bro. If you had any common sense at all, they went.
Listen, I heard there's a lot of ways to play that game.
Oh, there's tons.
Like I knew guys they would go to like a sporting event and then set the radius to like 1 mile.
Oh, yeah.
And they just keep swiping right because they figured that person was somewhere in the stadium.
So one of my BFFs, shout out to Fumbles, he goes on there and fucks dudes' wives who like to watch. And he makes a little bit of cash off of this.
Oh, my.
And because those circles are small, people started recommending him.
Oh, my.
Right.
Oh, my.
Right. He's got that fucking Puerto Rican, I cut my hair too short to my forehead look, And he's a good looking kid, but he puts socks in his Air Jordans. So, I'm not going to hold it against him. I love him.
Because he doesn't want to crack the Jordans?
Right.
Okay.
And he pulls. Pulls. Not the smartest guy. He had a bunch of kids with a stripper.
No.
Yeah.
Not the smartest guy.
No. But I love him. None of us are.
Did I ever tell you about the dude I knew who was out in California?
Uh-oh.
And he's walking down the street, right?
Was his name Ponyboy?
No.
Was he running around with a surfboard and couldn't surf?
No.
Walking up the beach?
So, listen, he's walking down the street, right?
Uh-huh.
Some chick in a banging car pulls over, starts hitting on him.
Uh-oh.
So they go out. She's like, jump in. They go for some drinks. She's like, let's go back to my house. They go back to the house.
Yes.
They start getting in it hot and heavy.
Uh-oh.
All of a sudden, the closet doors flies open. And this dude jumped out dressed like fucking Batman.
No fucking way. Is this a real story?
This is a true story. Guy jumped out of the closet dressed like fucking Batman, screaming he's here to save the day or some shit. Like, this is something she had with her husband. Like, this was their thing. And my dude freaked out and grabbed all his clothes and ran out of the house. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I don't know if you could power through with Batman watching you.
Dude, the moment Batman jumped out of the closet, dude, I'd have been
You'd have been like fighting
out.
mode.
I'd have been out, bro. Out. I might have left my fucking clothes.
Oh, shit.
Like, I'm talking to him like, you didn't think this is suspicious? Like, you were walking down the street, some hottie pulls up in this banging car. It was like, get in. Let's go for some drinks.
Dude, you about to die.
That's how you lose a liver.
That's how you end up in a
kidneys.
barrel.
Right.
This is how they start pornos of death.
Right.
And there's no porn. They just skip the sex and go right to death.
Right. You wake up in a bathtub full of ice, missing your kidneys.
My God.
With a note that says, call a doctor.
Yeah, this is some Dexter shit.
Dude. It's like, you're lucky that's all that happened to you. You're lucky that's all that happened.
I don't even know what to say to that. That's one in a lifetime opportunity, though.
One in a lifetime?
One in a lifetime.
One in a lifetime opportunity.
And what an opportunity.
What an opportunity.
I'd be concerned they'd be filming it, though. I mean, these days, you can't go anywhere without a butthole camera. Chinese butthole camera getting in your butt. So, you got to be careful with that. But
you totally have to be careful.
I would just be concerned that they'd be filming it. Because everybody films everything now. I wouldn't want to be a kid these days.
No, not at all.
Fucking horrible.
It's horrible. Oh God. So I've been watching this series on TV.
Uh-huh.
It's about Bigfoot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like called Expedition Bigfoot. It's a team of people looking for Bigfoot.
Right.
Using real science.
Oh, fuck me, dude. See, we're in the wrong business. I want to be in that team.
I'm telling you, right?
Here's the best part. If you don't find anything, nobody can say shit because you're just with everyone else. But if you do find something, you're the fucking Nobel Peace Prize for finding Bigfoot. Or he kills you.
I'm telling you.
On camera.
I'm telling you. It's one or the other.
Like, okay, now there's 3, but still 3 that are, I mean, the killing part's not so good. But, the rest of it.
Well, look, it didn't work out for that dude, the bear guy. He was
Bear Grylls?
No, the
Bear
guy
Grylls was looking
that
for him?
was always in Alaska filming grizzly bears.
Oh, so
The guy that got killed by him?
I only watched and listened to the scene of him dying. I didn't figure I'd care that much about him sitting in the grassy knoll with them all.
Right.
Which he did do.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, no.
Eventually that didn't work out so well for him.
What do you think he did that fucking pissed him off?
He brought his girlfriend with him, which he had never done before.
Oh, that is what it was? I
Yeah.
forgot about that. She died too, correct?
Yeah, she died too. Turns out she was on her cycle at that point.
Oh my God, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
No, and it was like bear mating season or something.
You've got to be kidding me. So
No.
you're telling me this guy's this smart and fucks this up like that?
Totally fucked up. And it resulted in his death and her death.
Well, that's what you get, buddy.
Well, so Expedition Bigfoot, I don't know if they worry about that at all.
I'm worried that your period might stimulate the Bigfoot.
Just so it's like 3 or 4 people, right? One, you get like the team leader.
Oh, no.
The guy's got all the money. He's got all the connects, right?
Oh, this is like straight out of a movie.
Yeah, right. You got one scientist who's like a world-class scientist
Of course.
who studies like
He doesn't really believe this, but he's here for the money.
No. She studies primates.
Oh, so she's like, I study the real side of Bigfoot.
No, yeah. Like she's like a world-renowned primatologist,
Okay.
right? They got one guy that's like former military that he's
Of
like
course.
a tracker.
He's got his 357 with his Glock.
He's a
He's got
tracker.
his Glock with 40 mags.
Right. And then they got the one guy who's like, he's the cryptozoologist cuckoo.
What?
Yeah. He's
What's
like
he
the
do?
guy. He's like the guy that's like, oh, I know everything about Bigfoot and UFOs and aliens.
All at
and
once.
All at once, right?
What a fucker.
And they always seem to team up the real primatologist with the cuckoo bird. He was like,
Oh,
the
no.
reason we can't see Bigfoot is because he knows how to cloak.
Oh, my God.
And dude, every
He's
time,
like the predator.
dude, every time he says something wild, she just looks at him and rolls her eyes. Like,
And this is a real show.
this is a real show.
What is this called?
Expedition Bigfoot.
All right, I'm looking this up
It's
too.
3 seasons in.
Wow.
And I was dying because I was watching an episode the other night, right? And they got the tracker dude's out on his own. He's with the cameraman, and something's like fucking throwing rocks at him. And
Jesus.
the tracker guy's like, hey, did you hear that? And the cameraman's like, stop throwing fucking rocks at us. It's over there. He goes, I don't see it. And the guy's got binoculars. And the whole time I'm screaming at the TV, give the fucking cameraman the fucking binoculars.
Oh,
Because he's
my
seeing
God.
what's going on and you're oblivious. Right. So, yeah. The cameraman's got more awareness of what's going on out in the woods than the tracker does.
Here it is, though, man. Bryce Johnson, Miriam Mayer is the blonde. Is that girl right
Yeah,
there?
that's the primatologist.
Yeah, go figure. She looks a little goofy. Ronnie LeBlanc.
I think.
Russell Accord. That's a military guy because he's wearing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
grunt style shirt.
Yeah. Ronnie
Oh,
LeBlanc
boy.
is the cuckoo bird who's always like, you can't see Bigfoot.
He's right
'cause
here
it-"
trying
yeah.
to promote his own book.
Right.
Right in his picture.
Yeah.
Ryan Glimsky with the cameraman. He
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like a cameraman
Right.
wearing the hat.
Yeah.
He knows it's going to suck being out here. So the show came out in 2019.
Dude, it's 3
Harrowing,
seasons in.
experiencing and pioneering endeavor in an undisclosed remote location in a 90,000 acre swath of land in central Oregon. Man, all they're going to find out there is a bunch of grow farms.
Dude, look, they've been in Kentucky.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they've been in Kentucky. They've been in the Olympic Peninsula up in Washington. They've been in Oregon. Dude, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. And like they're using like real science, like LiDAR, and they're
Have
using
you-
like drones.
LiDAR? Is that like Gaydar?
Yeah, no, it's not
Oh.
like Gator.
I
It's
was
that laser
curious.
they could shoot at the earth where they could find caves and stuff like that. They're using
Really?
night vision. They're using thermal scopes.
Have you noticed that we're coming back with kids stuff more than ever in television? I think in the 1950s, if you would have put a Bigfoot exploring for Bigfoot thing out, people would not have eaten that up.
No, they would not have watched that.
But
But the
now,
reason, no, because
you
there's
have
too much
adults-
evidence to show that Bigfoot's real.
You have adults now who have rooms that look like children's rooms, covered in toys, covered in helmets and Star Wars stuff. It is true.
Are you trying to pick fights, bro?
No, it's true though, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Like some of these collectors' houses look more geared out than a museum.
Oh no, because they spend a lot of money on their collections.
They spend all their money on their collections.
Right, because they have this disposable income.
I don't know, man.
These are people trying to relive their childhood.
I know dudes that got collections that like do Walmart truck unloading, and they've got like 40,000 piece Star Wars collections. And the dude like wears shoes with holes in his fucking in the shoes, but he's like, yeah, man, I got this new Darth Maul piece done by an Egyptian in Syria that he moved to Paraguay, and I bought it on eBay and had to have 4 trucks deliver it. But I also lost my license for not paying child support. I dead ass know somebody like that. And I'm just like, huh. I, being a collector myself, have done some stupid shit too.
Right.
I'm not even arguing it. All I'm saying is it seems crazy to me that adults are way more open to a Bigfoot show than they would have been. I mean, think about it. When the X-Files came out,
dude, everybody, I was watching
people went fucking rabid.
Yes.
Like, people were like, what the fuck? There's real aliens. That dude's going through a vent and stretching himself out.
Oh,
what
that
the
was
fuck
a good
is
episode.
happening? Like, right. The government has
It was the
secret
Russian
people.
trawler one. Yeah.
People have dudes like Fox Mulder exist. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. You don't think that exists? Like, we all know, Hitler was doing the same thing. There's all that talk about. They don't talk about the American side. They don't talk about how our government was looking for Bigfoot during World War II to see if they can make super soldier serum out of them, because they only want to make the Nazis look stupid. So they're like, yeah, those idiot Nazis were trying to get some camels and see if we could store humps on our back and have more water, and but we've got the secret MIB team.
Dude, look, UFOs, Bigfoot.
But right now, today, how close are we to more? Would you say that more people believe in UFOs today?
Yes.
Than ever?
Yes.
Do you think that's because of the evidence?
Yes. Dude, the federal government released video from fighter jets.
But if we do it that way, we're gonna know we have to. You can't talk about that angle and not discuss the fact of what they were doing the entire time that was happening. Trying to make you look away from other things that people are talking about.
This is true. This is true. But people,
and again,
also,
I'm not discounting it. I'm just saying, look at how that came. The circumstance of which that was confirmed was very obscure, because that was the point, right?
Right, yes.
We need something big enough to make you scratch your eyebrow and look the other direction.
But on the other hand, nobody's looking into these national parks and all these weird things that are happening in national parks. And
like people disappearing and being eaten?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're finding like bodies 40 feet up in a tree.
What the fuck? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yellowstone. What?
That's a real thing?
Oh.
Yeah, but everybody knows predators do that.
No predators in North America
I was
are
talking about the Predator.
Oh.
He was hanging people in the original and throughout the rest of them.
Yep. I'm just telling you, there's weird stuff that goes on in these giant national parks that are 400 million acres. What happens out in the back?
400 million acre park?
Dude, I'm just exaggerating.
No, how big is Yosemite?
Yosemite
or Yellowstone,
and
or whatever the fuck
dude, they're Google that. I don't know. They're massive.
Okay.
Massive.
How many square miles is Yellowstone?
Dude, they
are
massive.
Is there an easier way to type that?
They're probably not. But I'm just telling you, they don't have eyes on that park 24/7.
So are we saying that there's unexplored territory in there?
There's probably places there that people rarely go. And for something like a Bigfoot to exist in there would be easy.
I heard, holy shit. Okay. The park, which forms a square-like rectangle with an irregular eastern side, is 63 miles from north to south and 54 miles from east to west. That's bigger than Guam.
According to that senator.
Oh, no, I'm not even joking. That really is bigger than Guam.
Yes, sir.
Oh, because I had to look up the Guam thing once.
Yeah. No, yes, sir. Dude, that's massive.
What if that?
You're gonna tell me? I'm telling. Yellowstone is not tipping over.
So hold on. So we say 50 miles across. Well, it's funny because I don't know if I heard this from you or somebody else, but they were recently. I heard about how like there's a certain amount of it's like 13 deaths a year from Yellowstone.
Dude, there's
from
a
people
lot.
fucking around in there that shouldn't be.
Dude, there are people that disappear. Dude, there was that one guy who wrote all those books about the clusters of people who disappear with no explanation whatsoever.
Like gypsies?
No. Like gypsies? No, like outdoorsmen, right?
Yeah.
With like 30 years experience. that just
How they just disappear.
disappear.
Instantly?
Nothing is found. No firearms, no bow and arrow, no
Telling
clothes.
you, bro, shouldn't fuck with things you don't understand.
I'm telling you, people disappear all the time. But
Curiosity killed the cat.
There's a guy on YouTube who has a channel. It's a former park ranger, and he was stationed at Yellowstone for a while, and he tells all kinds of fucked up, crazy stories of things that happen in the national parks that nobody ever hears about.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, give me one.
He was talking about how one point in time, they found a body like 40 feet up in a tree, and there was no explanation for how it got up there.
Oh, that was his story?
Yeah, that was one of his stories.
Yeah, but I mean, a cougar could have dragged him up there.
No. They were like, because they were. He was describing once they got it down, like there was no animal damage to this thing, nothing.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So the body climbed up there. Maybe he just died up there starving to death.
I have no idea.
Hugging the tree. That's in the movies.
Yeah, well, or Dead to Love Pass, right?
Which one's that one?
The one in Russia where all those hikers disappeared, or they all found dead, missing their tongues and their eyeballs.
Oh.
Yeah, they were found frozen to death and they were crushed.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's called the Dead to Love Pass incident.
There's a movie about this?
Movies, books,
Jesus.
documentaries.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, these people in Russia went camping out in the 60s. They went cross-country skiing. They went out to this like really remote place in the Ural Mountains, and like all the indigenous people, like not their version of the Inuit who live there, the reindeer people. They're like, don't go there. They're like, why not? They're like,
you up.
We don't go there because there's these people up there that'll kill you.
You got to respect the space.
And they were like, no, fuck that. We're going to go up there anyway.
Oh boy.
And then they never came back, and they sent search parties up there, and they found the bodies frozen to death.
And the search parties didn't come back.
No, the search party came back, but like the people were crushed to death.
How do you get crushed to death?
They found them like a mile from their tent, and they were all like crushed to death. Like their organs were crushed, and their eyeballs were scooped out, and their tongues were ripped out. And some people believe that was Bigfoot? That was like a Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot kind of thing.
I could see it living out there. How does something like that get that big though with such a small food source?
Dude, they're talking about how these they hunt deer and all kinds of other things. Dude, in the Expedition Bigfoot, they found a pile like 7 carcasses from deer that were all skinned and the bones were gnawed, but like they were all in a pile.
What? 7
different bodies.
And I'm guessing that they attributed that saying that it couldn't be a regular animal because a regular animal wouldn't make piles type shit.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Do lions make piles?
No, but I
they
tell you
had
what,
the Ghost in the Darkness movie
man, I was just going to talk about the Lions of Tsavo.
Yeah.
And that was really fucked up because the Lions of Tsavo.
Wait, are you telling me that was true?
That's a true story, and those lions are in the Field Museum in Chicago.
So what? They're manhunters for sure?
They were They were 2 males.
Oh, so that thing was like really, really true.
That thing was really, really true. So first of all,
Val Kilmer did good.
Normally, males don't hunt together.
Makes sense. Normally, the female hunts anyways of the lion, correct?
Yeah, the females do the hunting. So there's 2
Makes
males
sense.
that were
Makes
doing the
sense.
hunting.
The mega beast is always hunting. Makes sense.
The 2 males were hunting, and when they killed them, they found a cave where they were taking all these bodies.
Right.
And they found like 300 dead people in this fucking cave.
What the fuck?
Right.
I mean, hey, once you know that food source is there, baby, why not?
But they were killing for pleasure. They weren't even killing to eat.
Oh.
That's the weird, fucked up thing about those lions. Yeah. So they're in the Field Museum in Chicago. You can go see them, the Lions of Tsavo.
And they're stuffed or what?
Yeah, they're stuffed.
They're real? They got them?
Yep, they shot them, killed them.
How'd they know it was them? Did they track them?
Yeah. But when they were building that, first of all, the Africans told them, do not build your railroad here.
Oh, so the railroad part was attributed. So this movie's like kind of legit. I mean, it's a movie, but you know what I'm saying.
It's based on a true story.
The backstory is kind of like thick there.
It's based on a true story.
No
The
shit.
native Africans said, this is evil land. This is bad spirits. Do not build your railroad through here. Nothing but terrible things is going to happen. And then these 2 male lions ended up killing like 300 people and dragging them off to a cave.
What in the fuck?
And didn't even eat them, just killed them.
Imagine being the guy that dies in that.
I can't.
Boy, I mean, you're going to mostly bleed out pretty quick, but I mean, there's got to be, for some of the people, if the wounds are not mortal, you're looking at a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Of just dying.
Oh, yeah.
What in the fuck, bro?
So, look, all I'm saying is, there's a preponderance of evidence about this Bigfoot thing. And everybody's like, well, how come you can't, when nobody finds Bigfoot bones? Right?
Okay.
How many
I
bear skeletons do they find in the woods?
Yeah, how many do they find?
Almost none.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead serious. If you find a bear skeleton, it's super, super rare.
Why?
Because bears, I think they just go off to die and they go someplace where people won't find them. But here's the other thing, right? Let's say Bigfoot is an intelligent creature, right?
You're going to go with that he's self-aware and doesn't want to be found?
What if they bury their dead?
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but archaeologists would have discovered that, wouldn't they? Have we found
how many
Bigfoot?
how many archaeological digs are they doing in the mountains? Just randomly. Like, you would have to know where to look.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Isn't most archaeology luck?
No, they have an idea of where they're looking for something.
I don't know.
Feels
like it's all luck to me.
I'm just
treasure hunting, so to speak.
Well,
history treasure hunting.
Even treasure hunters have an idea of where to look.
Do people find bear skeletons?
Almost never.
Maybe I should have said how often. Why don't we find animal corpses and skeletons all throughout the woods? Oh, that's a good thing. Are bear skeletons ever found? The fossils of the largest known bear to have ever lived have been found. A giant that was the most powerful. Oh, this doesn't say anything. No.
Look,
why did it ask a question that didn't actually explain it? That doesn't make any sense.
Look, watch the show. It's good. They're using real science. In the last 2 episodes that I just watched, they have some pretty compelling evidence with thermal scopes of things and ground sensors that are only set to trigger with 300 pounds of pressure or more. Ground sensors going off and then them catching things on thermal scopes running through the woods.
Really?
Yeah. Up in the Olympic Peninsula.
So mostly it looks like they're attributing to not finding most animal skeletons everywhere in the woods because other animals are trying to eat it.
Right.
Which would also make sense.
Right. So finding 7 skeletons piled in one place in the woods is kind of super rare.
Oh, no, for sure. So we're back on the deer thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's creepy.
Yeah.
If I find that, there's a problem.
Dude,
especially if it's just like on the ground. Right. Because if it was a human, you're going to have a table, you're going to have a hanging thing, you're going to have this, that, or the other. You're going to dry the skins or the skins.
Right.
The pelts, whatever you want to call it.
Right. You'll find cut marks on the bones.
Right. You're going to find knives. You're going to find breaks. You're going to find...
None of that. It was weird.
Well, the power that they've depicted to the Bigfoot makes sense. That would make sense. Because every Bigfoot is depicted as having superhuman strength, being a carnivore, being able to eat raw meat, raw flesh, raw whatever.
Look, there was a giant species of primate. And right now the name escapes me. But some of the earliest Chinese writing, they depict the Chinese fighting them. Dude, they're Native American stories.
The
giant.
Really?
Yeah. And look, there's stories from Native American tribes that depict oral history, that depict tribes having warfare with Bigfoots.
Huh.
In particular, around Mount St. Helens.
Which is where again?
Oregon. I think it's in Washington.
Okay.
As a matter of fact,
not a geography podcast, people.
No,
so
it's not.
As a matter of fact, send us a message if you think we're wrong.
There was an early American impressionist painting that was up there painting, and he told his guide he wanted to go over to like Mount St. Helens so he could paint over there, and the guide said no. And he said, why? He goes, because there's a tribe of hairy people over there that eat us. Yeah.
So why hasn't here's a question. Why hasn't the government, our beautiful, wonderful U.S. government, done what they do all the time and bursted up in there and just destroyed everything?
There are stories that say that they've sent spec ops teams to go eliminate Bigfoots.
No way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now that I'm interested in.
There was one like in North Carolina, like a family of Bigfoots was harassing this small mountain town like in the 70s.
Okay.
And apparently they sent a team of Green Berets up there to eliminate
And
them.
you're telling me Bigfoot got a hold of the Green Berets?
No, the Green Berets got a hold of Bigfoots.
Where's the Bigfoots at then?
Government helicopters flew them away. Dude, there's stories about
Really?
Mount St. Helens. Dude, there's all kinds of weird government stories about government intervention.
So they know about it, they just don't want to tell us.
And that park ranger was talking about, the guy who's got that channel on YouTube was talking about governments coming into the national park and shutting down sections of the park to deal with certain issues. I'm telling you.
Power of the people.
Power of the people. Look, here's all I'm going to say. You can't have this many people around the country having sightings and firsthand accounts that just all made up these stories.
No, I don't think you can.
I mean, maybe some of it's bullshit, but I'm sure there's a lot. Like, little old ladies ain't making up the bullshit stories.
For no reason.
Hunters who have gone in hunting their entire lives, who refuse to go back into the woods because they were so scared.
Right.
Who've come across every dude, even Les Stroud, Survivor Man, did a 6-episode series about finding Bigfoot because of an experience he had in Alaska.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you think they catch deer? You think they're pouncing on it? You think they're setting a trap? What do you think?
I think they're ambushing him. Like
Ambushing a deer?
Yeah.
Like old school?
Yeah.
Spears and fucking hold and wait?
Either that or they're driving them off edges of things. Like I think they probably hunt in packs like chimpanzees.
So you think there's packs of Bigfoot?
Families. I think there's family units of Bigfoot. I don't think they're solitary.
Huh.
I think they have tribes or family units that move around and they hunt. Dude,
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I watched a Bigfoot movie the one day. It was a horror one, of course, so they made it the worst.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like where the Bigfoot kidnapped a hiker chick and then was like trying to impregnate her or some shit.
Dude, there are stories
like,
of Bigfoot's kidnapping people. There's a famous story where a guy said he was out on his own and he was in a bag, sleeping bag, and the Bigfoot threw him over the shoulder and ran off with him and went for like 8 hours.
What
and
the fuck?
he was able to escape eventually. Yeah, dude, there's all kinds of crazy stories out there.
Can we discount them? I don't think so.
There might be a lot of them that you can discount, but
Sure. But the problem is nothing is 100% true or not true.
here's my thought. As technology progresses and there's cameras everywhere
Okay.
and
You think the sightings are going to...
and modern civilization's starting to encroach on some of these super remote places.
Okay.
There's stories of loggers talking about finding nests and getting chased off of mountains. I mean, these loggers are going to some
Really?
super remote places.
I don't know.
Look, this is a little off the rails for what we normally do. I'm just saying, this show's awesome.
Oh, no, this is exactly what we do.
Dude, I just had a good time because I kept screaming, give the fucking cameraman the binos. Because the
Right.
cameraman was seeing all the shit that was going on.
Right. How would you like to be the cameraman in that crew?
Dude, and find out I'm more expert than the expert I'm with.
Ooh. I mean, I just wouldn't want to be out there without weapons.
You ain't the only one.
Yeah, right. You're the camera guy. They're like, you can't have a gun. I'd be like, motherfucker, the hell I can't. I'm put an RPG right next to this camera.
Like,
That way, the minute Bigfoot shows up, boom, you got to go.
there's your body. There's your
Right.
body.
There's your body, and I happen to get it on camera because the camera was pointed at the same fucking place.
Right.
What's cracking?
What's cracking? You'd be the hero.
I might have to go watch this show that you're watching.
Dude,
I
this
don't know.
show
I
is
can't.
dope.
I don't watch a lot of TV. I try not to.
This show is pretty good, dude.
And if I do, I'm trying to watch shit that isn't going to affect me in any kind of
Look,
way.
And the fucked up part was the place that they were down in Kentucky is where I encountered Machete Man.
Oh my.
And they said there's like a 10-week window, 8-week window where there's all these sightings in this place in Kentucky
And then it just stops.
and that stops.
What
So
the
what they
fuck?
think is it's part of a migratory pattern.
Right.
And at this point in time, between this day and this day, maybe it's 10 days. It's a 10-day window, I'm sorry.
Right.
They're in this area passing through as they're migrating, and that's why they get seen all the time.
There has to be stories of constant civilization. I can speak English. constant like expansions, right? Like you're doing construction in this place, you come back, shit's all fucked up, you rebuild it, you try to do it again, shit's all like the lion thing,
Right.
right?
Think about this. Think about how many animals we thought were extinct,
Oh,
and then
without
we
a
discovered
doubt.
them.
I was watching a stupid comedy show the other night, and the girl was like, well, they were literally talking about Bigfoot, and the girl was like, well, we discover like 20 new frogs a year, so in reality, couldn't we discover a Bigfoot? And the one guy's argument was like, well, frogs are tiny and Bigfoots are giants, so no, that's not the same thing. But we have inhabited places in the US still, right? Like if you said, hey, there's Bigfoots in Russia, I'm definitely more likely to say like, hey, that's probably a thing because they have more space.
Right.
Canada, I looked it up the other day, only like 1/3 of Canada is occupied by humans.
Yep.
What the fuck, bro? I didn't know that ratio was like that.
Yeah.
And I've talked to dudes, I used to have friends in Canada that would write me and be like, hey man, I'm going camping this week, but there's no signal where I go. So, I'll be back in a week. And I'd be like, what? And they're like, yeah, you can't, and they'd be telling me about what they pack. And they're like, if you don't pack right, you'll basically die because it gets so cold. There's no ambulances. There's no nothing. And they go out in these 40 party fucking camping crews, like 40 of them at a time.
Right.
And they're like, yeah,
There's
we go out.
safety in numbers.
Right. And they're like, we go out here, we camp for a week, and then we come back. And I'm just like, I'll be right here waiting for your email for when you return, because that's about as far into the woods I go. What's that? Your Wi-Fi doesn't reach that far? It's fine. I'm going back to the house anyways.
If I can't get Wi-Fi, I'm not going.
Right. Yeah. See?
Is that part of your rules?
You got to be smart. I'm just trying to survive. That's all.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's about survival.
There's a lot of places in the U.S. that are remote as fuck.
Yeah.
They're remote as fuck.
Yeah, that's wild. We need some guests. If baysbasement.com, write the team. Let us know if you have seen Bigfoot.
Or have had a Bigfoot experience.
Have you ever had a Bigfoot experience, Joe Skelly?
Yes. I'm a believer. I've had two. I've had two experiences.
Tell us one.
One time I was camping up in the Catskills.
Okay.
I was at a place called Big Slide Mountain.
Okay.
Got to the top. Got about 200 feet down from the top on the backside. Sun was starting to set up camp, right?
Okay.
No, the black bear had just come out of hibernation, so you got to be really careful at that point in time in the season because they're hungry.
Makes sense.
Right? So what you do is whatever you cook in, like your clothes, you put it in a bag. Take everything that smells like anything, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, deodorant.
Anything that smells human.
Anything that smells human or smells like food.
Okay.
Put it in a bag and go over 100 meters away from where you're camping.
Okay.
And you hang it up in a tree, like 30 feet up in a tree, right? Sleeping nothing but clean stuff. So there it was, sleeping. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm freaking out because, well, black bears just came out of hibernation, so I'm sleeping with a knife in my hand, right?
Right.
2:15 in the morning, right next to my head, the tent fly lifts up very gently. And right next to my face, I hear, I rolled over, put my hand over my girlfriend's mouth and whispered into her ear, don't say a fucking word, it's a bear. She goes, fuck you, it's too late. And like, fuck, this thing's coming through the tent wall. I'm just going to start stabbing, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, the tent fly is gently lowered back down, and you can hear this thing walking off.
Oh.
100% convinced it was a fucking Bigfoot and not a bear.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure if it was a fucking bear, it probably would have come through that tent.
Would have tossed your shit.
Would have tossed that tent like a salad in prison.
Ooh. 97 seconds. Bays Boys podcast. You've heard it first. Joe Skelly has smelled the big. Did you smell the Bigfoot?
Dude, it smelled.
Did it smell bad?
Oh God.
Can you remember it?
Yeah.
Was it flesh?
Dude,
Was it rotten flesh
like,
smell?
It was
That's what
terrible.
I imagine it would smell like.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. You
Bays
could smell
Boys.
through the tent.
Bays Boys podcast. This is real, ladies and gentlemen. We bring you nothing but the realest. Bigfoot, elves, necropants, the biggest, piggest. Can you dig it?